everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss a very important movement in English literature which emerged in modernist period only. I have already explained what is modernism, what are its salient features and who were its principal practitioners in my previous video. The movement that I am talking about is Imagism. Ezra Pound is known as the founder of this term, but the main ideas were given by T.E. Hume. Ezra Pound adapted his ideas and began this movement in 1912. Ezra Pound defined image as something that presents an intellectual and emotional complex in an instant of time. For example, suppose you read a phrase, a yellow lemon. Then what will happen? An image will appear in your mind instantly. This is the main motive of Imagist poetry. They try to create an image with the help of the words, and that image can be occur with the help of a word, a phrase, a single sentence, or an entire short poem. So in order to study this movement deeply, you just have to remember a few points. Number one, it was a reactionary movement against the poetry written by Romantics and Victorians. Number two, Imagist tries to describe the image in simple language. Number three, in traditional poetry, they describe the images in great detail and then they used so many words and tried to link those words in order to form some philosophical meanings. On the other hand, Imagist believes that poetry should be written in simple and few words. They never talk about the theme behind the images. On the other hand, they let the image itself be on the focus of the poem. Number four, the salient features of Imagist movement is emphasis on simplicity, clarity of expression, use of simple, clear-cut language as opposed to decorous one. Number five, they avoid unnecessary meter and rhyme. Number six, they avoid superfluous words. And main Imagist poets were Ezra Pound, William Carlos Williams, Hilda Doolittle, and Amy Lowell. I will try to make you understand this with the help of an Imagist poem. The name of the poem is In a Station of the Metro. This poem is written by Ezra Pound and it was published in 1913. There are many interesting facts about this poem. This poem has only 2 lines. And it is a completely verbless poem. He has not used even a single verb in this. And if we talk about the words, it has only 20 words including the title. And if we exclude the title, the poem has only 14 words. The 2 lines of the poems are, the apparition of these faces in the crowd, petals on a wet black bough. Let's analyze the poem. The title of the poem, In a Station of the Metro, helps us understanding what is happening in the poem. The speaker is standing in a subway station and many people are there before him. They are moving so quickly that their faces are indistinguishable from one another. That's why he has used this word apparition. Apparition means ghost or ghost-like image of a person. While he was standing there, he was looking at the people were moving and their faces were not clear to him. Secondly, he has used the word faces instead of people. Why? Because he wanted to evoke the blurriness of image. As they were moving, the images become blurred instantly. So in the first line, the speaker has created an image of a city life with hustle and bustle of the people and their carelessness to one another. This image he was seeing there while he was standing there. Now move on to the second line. The second line is a mental image. The image that he has created was not happening before his eyes. It was happening in his mind. In an instant of time, he views petals on a wet black bough. He views leaves on a tree likely after the rainfall. The shift is remarkably sudden. In no time, he views petals and faces of the crowd. Now, what does it mean? What is the connection between what he sees and what he imagines? What is the connection between his sight and imagination? By comparing the petals with the human beings, Ezra Pound is suggesting the brevity of human life. On the symbolic level, the city could be taken as a tree. The metro station represents the different boughs of the tree and human beings are the leaves. The metro nourishes various parts of the city by allowing transportation of people and goods, just as the branches of a tree carry water to its leaves. And whatever faces are appeared in the crowd will be replaced by new commuters soon enough. And in the same way, in the second image, the leaves of the tree will fall and they will be replaced by new ones. So if we talk about the two images, nothing is static. So the poem is extremely short but carries a deep meaning. On the surface, it has two images, the crowd and the branch. As the leaves are in the process of falling, we are in the process of dying. So with the help of just two images and using no superfluous word, he has conveyed such a deep meaning. So this was all about Imagism. Of course, it is difficult to write an Imagist poem. So in order to help the budding poets, Ezra Pound wrote a few don'ts by an Imagist. We will discuss this in our next video. Thank you.